Hi, I'm Chris Travell and welcome to The Ride. Today I want to talk about something that has the potential of being a little controversial. As some of you may recall, a few weeks back on The Ride, we looked at differences that exist between men and women as it relates to retail satisfaction. Essentially, who's more satisfied with the retail experience? Is it men or is it women? And what we found, which perhaps goes a little bit against conventional wisdom, is that women, historically over the last number of years, have actually been more satisfied with the retail experience than men have. Now, based on feedback that some of you have provided, and I thank you for that, we wanted to dig a little deeper to try and understand, are there other areas that exist as far as key performance indicators are concerned that as marketers in the automotive industry, can we capitalize on them? Are there differences that exist between men and women that potentially represent different opportunities? Let's take a look and I'll show you what I mean. Let's look first of all at the US market based on Meritz's new vehicle customer study. And what we see is on these four key metrics that you see on the screen here in front of you, in every case, women gave a higher score or a higher rating compared to men. And this is certainly something that's noteworthy because these are all statistically significant differences. So we really need to pay attention here. Now, what about Canada? What's the situation there? Does the same dynamic hold? Well, indeed, what we do find is as far as key recommendation variables, the one on the screen here that you see, again, in every case, just like the US, women tend to give higher scores or higher ratings or higher recommendation compared to men. And again, these are statistically significant differences, so we need to take heed of them. Well, what does this mean? We look at information like this and we want to try and start telling a story with it. And I think one possible implication is, and it's a challenge to us, are we dedicating enough of our marketing efforts toward women? Because when we look at these hard numbers, it can make the case that in many cases, women can be product evangelists for us. They recommend us more. They are more willing to buy again from us. They're happier with the experience. So capitalizing on that and knowing that dynamic exists, it's something that potentially is an opportunity for us. But one caveat, and I've got to make this clear, it is a segment-by-segment strategy because certainly women play a larger role in the purchase decision in some segments compared to others. So, for example, it might make more sense to dedicate more of our efforts toward women in something like the compact or subcompact segments or small SUV segments on both sides of the border in both Canada and the US. For trucks, not so much, since that tends still very much as a very male-dominated segment. So, would appreciate your thoughts. Does this make sense? Is it helpful? I'd really like to know. And again, thanks for joining us today on The Ride.